Hey folks, I'm Gene Della Sala, president of Audioholics, and today we're here with
Hugo Rivera, vice president of marketing. How are you doing today, Gene?
I'm excellent as always, Hugo. Thanks for asking.
Awesome. What can you tell us about these two boxes over here? What are these?
These magic block boxes, right?
Yes.
So basically today we're going to be looking at two power conditioner products from a company called Furman. And power conditioning and cables, it's kind of a gray area when it comes to product claims because they make a lot of claims.
Right.
Some of them are unsubstantiated, some of them, you can validate, but in reality, you need something to protect your gear, especially when you're in Florida.
Yeah, for sure.
And we are lightning capital of the world.
Yes.
And quite frankly, I have all of my products plugged into some type of device like these guys. Okay? If anything, if it's not going to make the audio experience better, or if it's not going to do all the magic it claims, if anything, at least it provides you protection. So today we're looking at two products. We're looking at the Elite-15 DMI, and we're looking at the 20 PFI. And they're two products from Furman. They're a little bit different from each other. This guy over here, the 15, is basically a 15 amp capability. And this guy over here is a 20 amp capability. It actually has a detachable power cord with a hospital grade type of receptacle interface. So you know that this will really do a full 20 amps.
Yeah.
And there are some differences with the products. They both have the same amount of outlets. They have a total of 9 outlets, a combination of switched and unswitched. They're both triggerable. Every outlet is filtered. Every outlet has the protection on it. With the 20 PFI, it has what's called this power factor correction circuit, and they claim it'll deliver more efficient power to your amplifier. And I wasn't able to validate that claim. I took an amplifier, I plugged it in, I did a dynamic burst test for power, which is a very quick way of testing dynamic power. I couldn't see any more power delivered to the load. So what power factor is what they're supposedly doing is a power amplifier, for example, is an inductive load. It's a motor, if you will. So the current lags the voltage, so you get more reactive power usage and you consume more current. But in reality, the power company doesn't charge us for reactive or apparent power. It charges us for real power, and it charges by the kilowatt hour.
Right.
So if you're buying this product to save on an energy bill, that's BS. I'll tell you right now. At least they don't claim that. We'll give Furman that. As far as them saying they deliver more efficient power to the amplifier, well, efficient in this, how are they measuring it? I can't confirm it. So we'll leave it at that. It does no harm to your equipment. I plugged in all my equipment. It operates really well. The triggered outlets are really nice because, let's face it, Hugo, you got a couple of amplifiers that have huge capacitor banks in them. You don't want them all turning on at once because you get a massive inrush current.
For sure.
So this actually has delayed triggers on it. It's a nice feature.
That's nice.
And the cool thing about the 15, again, we'll go back to the 15, is it actually has a voltage meter and a current meter on the front panel. I kind of wish both of them had it, to be honest with you. I love having that feature, so you can monitor the line voltage.
Right.
Whereas the 20 PFI, it doesn't have that, but if you want to just kind of pull a knob out,
this is kind of interesting
I'll show you
here.
what it has. See that? It lights up like a Christmas tree.
Yes. It assumes, I guess, that all the equipment is going to be right under it.
Yeah, I mean, that's, unfortunately, it only rotates, what is that, about 45 degrees?
About 45, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wish they would have done a full 360 rotation because in my rack, I put all my power conditioners on the bottom, so it would have been nice to face it up. But I guess I don't want a lawsuit of someone looking into an LED and going blind. I mean, you know how it is. So, if you really want to use that light benefit, you want to kind of put these higher up in your rack. Both of these units are rack mountable. They come with the side panels to put in your rack. They're both about 2U, so they take up 2U in your rack space. And if you want to talk about some of the safety and regulatory stuff.
Yeah. Who's certifying them? Do they have a third party that certifies them?
Actually, it's not UL or CSA. Although they're designed to meet UL and CSA standards, they're certified by a third party called Intertech. And it's it does the same kind of testing, and they sent us the certification paper so you could see that it conforms to meet UL and CSA safety. And Hugo, that's a lot of people don't realize the importance of that. And some of the power conditioners on the market, some of them are real snake oil. Some of them like there's a company, for example, that likes to litigate based on their name.
Yeah, we won't say any names.
We won't say any names because we don't want to get sued, right?
Right.
they tell you, like on the third page of the manual, that during a lightning storm you should unplug your equipment and unplug the power conditioner from the wall.
Yeah, that's brilliant, huh?
Yeah, so how much power protection are you getting with that?
Yeah, it's a manual power protection. That's how that goes.
Yeah, and and that's a problem. A lot of these companies do not do safety and regulatory testing. I could count on one hand and still have fingers of the companies that I know that I trust that will actually do the regulatory testing to ensure that it'll handle a lightning bolt. We used to do regulatory back in our telecom days, and I can tell you it's a tricky proposition to make sure you have the right side actors, the right devices that won't destroy themselves. I mean, these are not self-sacrificing devices. They'll reset again. So one lightning hit's not going to take them out, and then you have to buy a new conditioner. And Furman is one of the companies. Panamax, their sister company, another trusted company. So at the very minimum, you're buying these boxes, you're ensuring that you're protecting yourself from surge or lightning. There's also another feature that both of these units have called the under voltage, over voltage protection. So if it drops, I think it's like below 85 volts or 80 volts, or if it goes above 140 volts, it'll shut the units down, because you don't want under voltage creates too much current draw from your equipment, and over voltage could damage capacitors.
Absolutely. Well, if nothing else, this is great for protection, and people in Florida, honestly, how many people you come across, Gene, that don't pay attention to that?
They don't, and it's sad, because even you plug in projectors, you plug in all this expensive equipment, and the next thing you know, you get a lightning strike and you're done.
I gotta tell you this, in my early 20s I learned that the hard way. I just didn't used to protect anything, and got a huge thunderstorm, like the ones we get over here all the time during thunderstorm season, and next thing you know, my whole equipment blew up pretty much. It's like done.
Yep.
All the investment down the toilet, know. So definitely, me personally, from my personal experience, I definitely recommend some equipment like this to protect your investment.
And the other thing too, it's not just about the power protection. It's about, you got to plug in your cable from your incoming cable or your phone lines. This has all the filter connections for that, because let's say you power protected all your equipment and you go and you plug your cable box in. Not into this, but just basically into your TV, that creates the path that'll allow the lightning surge to go through. So you got to really isolate. The other thing that these things do is, by plugging everything into one, you're ensuring that your ground is all tied together. So I mean, there's a lot of benefits to it. You could, in some cases, you could get rid of a ground loop just by using one of these devices.
Excellent. Definitely, it looks to me like a great investment.
Yes. Something we recommend, especially if you're living in a lightning capital like we're at.
For sure. Awesome. Anything else you'd like to add?
I think we covered the bases.
Awesome, my friend. Well, in that case, what I'll do is I'll invite everybody to check out audioholics.com, where they'll get tons of reviews, tons of myth-busting articles. We love to bust myths.
Definitely.
Pursuing the truth in audio. That's what we believe in. And I also invite you to sign up to our newsletter that you get at least once a week. Tons of the latest information, whatever reviews we post on the site, and whatever new videos we come up with. And just for signing up to our newsletter, you get our free top AV gear guide, which Gene will go ahead and cover right now.
Thanks, Hugo. Yeah, so basically, you signing up to our newsletter, we give you like a thank you. We give you a printable PDF that has all the top picks, whether based on performance or based on value, or both.
Both.
And it's all in one concise document. So if you're looking for a new Blu-ray player, you're looking for an HD TV, a pair of speakers, the whole gamut is covered in this guide, and we update it once a year. So we thank you for joining our newsletter, and please take advantage of that guide.
Excellent. And on that note, if you like this video, please click like on the button below, and also comment. Let us know what you'd like to see. We're definitely more than open to your suggestions. We love to hear from you, and we'll be happy to put any kind of videos that we're missing that will go ahead and please you. Also, be sure to share with your friends as well. Don't be selfish.
That's right. Spread the love.
Yeah, spread the love. Anyways, on that note, until next time,
keep listening.